I'm Melissa Howell.
There may be another victim of the so-called shopping cart killer. This is Kyle Cooper.
We're bracing for more winter weather tomorrow. And at 10:10, millions of open jobs. The issue may stick around long after the pandemic is over. It's 10 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. Hospitals are struggling to make room for coronavirus-infected patients. Dean Smith is the nursing manager at Cox Hospital in Branson, Missouri.
We're looking at which nurses we can pull from which areas that maybe don't work inside the hospital right now. Maybe they work in a clinic that we might be able to pull to the bedside to help us out. We have people that are volunteering to be housekeepers to help us turn over beds if they need to.
CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus says the virus is infecting children at record levels now.
The sheer number of Omicron infection is causing an increase in hospitalizations across the country. And if you look at those hospitalizations, a good portion of them are children, that is younger individuals who have a very poor penetrance of vaccination.
Big coronavirus policy change for a big company.
Amazon says it's cutting its COVID quarantine time for all U.S. employees from 10 days to 7. This follows the latest COVID quarantine guidance from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which cut isolation times from 10 days to 5 for those who are asymptomatic. This latest action by the CDC and subsequently by Amazon and several other companies comes amid a surge in COVID cases largely fueled by the Omicron variant and by the labor shortages caused by the pandemic. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
After as much as a foot of snow dropped on parts of Massachusetts, the state is now preparing for a frigid few days. WBZ-TV meteorologist Eric Fisher.
We're forecasting a little above the record of 12 on Tuesday for a high temp in Boston. 14 is the expectation right now. I don't think we'll set the record low, but we will see some sub-zero numbers in the area. And in terms of the wind chill, just steel yourself for Tuesday morning, about 5 to 25 below zero.
President Biden got a first-hand look at what a roaring wildfire can do to entire suburbs.
A week after a most unusual but devastating wind-driven wildfire wiped out about 1,000 homes and businesses in Colorado, President Biden went there to Louisville, Colorado, to see what he could do to comfort victims. He noted,
more land has burned in the United States from California up into the Idaho and here in Colorado and parts of the South than make up the entire, if they're in terms of total acreage, is the entire state of New Jersey.
He promised federal help to rebuild from Colorado's worst ever wildfire, calling it a code red climate warning. Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
Thousands of Russian paratroopers have landed in neighboring Kazakhstan to help the country's autocratic leader put down growing protests. The Russian troops are supporting Kazakhstan security forces who've been given an order to shoot to kill. This is CBS News.
Looking for quality candidates this new year? Look no further than Indeed. Our new video interview tool takes the hassle out of virtual hiring. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
10:03 on Saturday, January 8th, just 23 degrees. We're only going to the low 30s today. And it feels like it's 16 right now. Good morning, I'm John Aaron. The top local stories we're following this hour. We are once again tracking some possible winter weather. A winter weather advisory for tomorrow morning is now out. It impacts areas north and west of the district, including Montgomery and Frederick counties in Maryland and Loudoun County in Virginia. The National Weather Service says those areas could see freezing rain, making for dangerous road conditions between 6 a.m. and noon tomorrow. We'll have more in the forecast coming up. There are residents in the area that are still without power following Monday's snowstorm. Today marks their 6th day in the dark and with no heat. Jackie White from Culpeper tells us on the talkback line.
We've been out of power since Monday. This is really ridiculous. They should be more organized than this.
Dominion Energy reports 1,000 customers are still without electricity in Stafford and King George counties. Dominion's Peggy Fox tells WTOP why it's taking so long to get the power back on.
Many more trees were down than we realized on our lines, cross arms broken, poles down, and the damage is just much greater than we realized in the beginning.
She says everyone's power should return sometime today. In Spotsylvania County, the Rappahannock Electric Cooperative reports around 4,000 outages. If you still don't have power, tell us how you made it through this frigid night. Call us on that talkback line, 844-282-1035, 844-282-1035. A mask mandate is back in effect in part of the area. It was issued by Anne Arundel County's health officer after the county council voted against it.
The public safety order requiring masks was issued by Dr. Nilesh Kalyan-Raman after hours of public testimony.
Masking hasn't worked and will not work to stop the spread of COVID.
James Packett was among those who spoke out against it, and while there was some support,
please believe in science that was shared with you by experts.
The council didn't support it, but Kalyan-Raman said the mandate would help stop the spread. County Executive Stuart Pittman supported his decision. It's now in effect. All residents 2 and up will have to wear masks when in public spaces, indoors or outdoors. It'll expire January 31st. Melissa Howell, WTOP News.
Police say there may be a 5th victim of the so-called shopping cart killer. It's a story you're hearing first on WTOP.
A police source in Fairfax County tells WTOP Anthony Eugene Robinson may have been one of the last people to see the new D.C. victim, and that digital information gathered by Harrisonburg and Fairfax County Police placed Robinson in the general vicinity of where the woman's body was found. Police have not disclosed the woman's name, where her body was found, or when they found her, but they confirmed she was found in a shopping cart covered by a blanket. Robinson, dubbed the shopping cart killer, is in custody. He apparently met his victims from online dating sites before killing them and transporting their remains in shopping carts. 4 other victims have already been identified. A spokesperson for the D.C. Medical Examiner's Office says an autopsy on the woman done in early September did not reach a conclusion on her death. Kyle Cooper, WTOP News.
Verizon Fios customers hadn't been able to watch CBS programming on local affiliate WUSA 9 because Verizon and station owner Tegna were at a contract impasse. But this morning, we're getting word the channel is back on for Fios customers. Verizon says it's been able to reach an agreement with Tegna. The station had gone dark for Fios customers on Tuesday. Still ahead, labor shortages may stick around for a long while. It's 10:07.
You take pride in your commercial building. CertaPro Painters takes pride in renewing and protecting it because first impressions are everything. They'll begin with a full review of your painting project, then manage every detail from prepping to finishing, on time and on budget. Each year, more than 20,000 commercial building owners trust their property to CertaPro Painters. You can too. Go to CertaPro.com today and get your proposal started. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free, and finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. Flex is the streaming box that puts all your streaming apps all in one place. Show me horror movies. Plus, with the bilingual voice remote, you can quickly find all your favorite entertainment, in Spanish or in English. Okay, show me my favorites. This is how easy it is to find my favorite content, all in one place. And for Xfinity Internet customers, it all starts at free with